A little bit of minor spoilers here, but in the movie, your character obviously has like a full body video game tattoo, and I know in real life you are a video gamer.
Big time.
So if you could have a full body video game tattoo inspired by any game, what would it be and why?
Oh my God, that's a really good question. Oh God, what aesthetically, what would actually, because I would be like Crash Bandicoot, but like that's insane as a full body tattoo.
Right.
Like that's nuts. But that's the first one that came to mind, so I guess that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I've noticed a bit of a trend in your roles.
Yeah.
And it's like Huey and the Boys,
sure.
Richie and Scream, obviously Nathan and Novocaine, is that a lot of your characters are driven to violence by love. Why do you think that this is such an interesting character motivation?
Oh man, I think I just think that, I mean, I don't know, with Nate specifically, he's definitely one of the more active characters I've ever played. Like Huey is very much like thrust into that world, I'd say, by like, you know, the circumstances beyond his control. Nate is as well, but he really does something about it. And what I really liked about him was the movie is so gnarly and so, you know, intense and insane, but I really wanted to contrast that with an inherent sweetness in the character. So I think that contrast really drew me to it. Also, I know I'm a guy that you look at and you're not necessarily like, that guy kicks so much ass. Like, he could fight me and win. But what I liked about the character was that it was a way for me to be, you know, the lead of an action movie in a way that was kind of unique to me. You know, it's not about how much I can kick ass, it's about how much my ass can get kicked and then, you know, still keep going. So yeah, I found that all really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the irony was not lost to me that the villain of the film is played by Ray Nicholson, who, you, is a very talented child of Scream legends.
Sure,
Did you guys find kinship in being the next generation of talent?
No, I mean, you know, it's a, yeah, we definitely share that sensibility. But Ray's like the nicest possible dude. Like he's such a insane villain in this movie,
Yes.
but like that's contrasted with like what a good heart he has. He's such a like, I don't know, finding time to spend with him and Amber Midthunder and Jacob Batalon offset was one of the greatest pleasures of this movie. It really was. Just because we're all we shot it in Cape Town, South Africa, masquerading as San Diego. And we just all, I don't know, we hung out all the time. Like the cast and crew went out to go see every new movie that was playing in the theater nearby where we were living. And it was just a really genuinely good time when I was not, you know, getting beat within an inch of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this year obviously you had Companion earlier in the year, and you have Novocaine now. I think your characters in the two are completely different. Like your character in that is despicable.
He's such
your
a
character in this is amazing.
Yeah.
How do you kind of, you know, reconcile the two different characters?
Sure. No, I mean, it's cool to just, I don't know, experiment and when you're playing kind of a despicable person or an antagonist, you do have a little bit of slightly more freedom where you're kind of unburdened by likability. You're like, oh, I don't even have to worry about that. The intention is for audiences to boo me, and that's when I know I've done a good job. But you know, it's I think just finding the core of each character is important to me, and making sure that whether they're a hero or a villain, they seem like they could exist somewhat in our real world. And I thought it was, I think it's really cool that both stories kind of involve love in some way, shape, or form, and two men that are just drastically different. One who is so unbelievably selfish and constantly thinking about himself in the relationship, and then Nate, who is just thinking about Sherry. Nate, I think, is one of the more heroic people I've ever played, just because he's so selfless and doesn't even know that he is. He's just like, no matter, as soon as Sherry gets kidnapped, he just goes and springs into action, despite everything that should be telling him not to do that.